There we go. Are we good now? Muted. I don't have audio. Can't hear you. Are we better now? Let me see. No sound. Dapper. What up? Michael Gibson. There's the wife. Okay, now we can hear. Oh, Frozen. That's also not good. Let me refresh. Make sure. It was giving me issues for some reason today. Out of our all days. Big Money Mo. Appreciate. Oh, we good. There we go. Retrospective. Shoe Monster. What's up? All right, let me see. Yes, sir, Yaroslav. So right now she is in a dad shirt, which she was fine. Of course, I started talking, and then it didn't go well. So we shall see. Maybe she was hungry, and she is hungry. Full head of, I know, more hair than me. Baker Brand, what's up? So we got a big show. Last show of the year, and next year's coming up quick. So I'm taking a nice 2 week break from Whatnot. As we already know, Whatnot can be wild. And the B did, again, he's on Soul Stage. He was helping them do a live show yesterday. So the B will not be here. But I did talk to him for a good, man, like hour and a half today. And I asked him the same questions, like, what are the goals for next year? What do you want to get done? And what are some goals not only from like a business standpoint, but they could be from anything. Hustle and silence, what's up? Family, physical goals, mental goals, business goals, sourcing goals, social media goals, or people that are building a brand. So there's a lot of things that we can definitely talk about on those sides of it. Does he prefer Hustle V or Gary B? Exactly. Yeah, what does he prefer? Is that a death pile behind you? So that's why I'm also taking a break from Whatnot, so I can get all of this listed. Shoes aren't going on Whatnot. We know that's for a damn sure fact. So they need to be on eBay and Goat. So a lot of them on Goat right now, and so I'm trying to get them on eBay. So building business credit is my goal next year. There we go. Retrospective. I like that. So, what should we start off with fines and all that stuff, or we should just go into goal stuff? Because I have my notes here. Goal talking. Slim Pickens isn't here yet. He's someone that I definitely want to interview, talk to. For next year. Hustle and silence for sure. Because I think it's gonna be very important next year on 2023 and what the things we want to accomplish. So, let's start into the goal stuff. Let's talk goals. So let's put in the chat. What are your goals for 2023? And you can type it in the chat. Definitely want to read them. I want to see what you guys know. We're going to talk about different sides of goals. They don't have to be, like I said, all sourcing, all business. There's different kinds. District deals, what's up? Sneaker flip find. Finds will be fast. Very true, Danny. Middle M, what's up? So any type of goals, type them in A-Train Hustle. Appreciate that. Make money. There we go, person. Congrats on the baby. I appreciate that. So let's talk about goal number one. Well, let's talk about this goal. What about physical goals? Reason why I asked this, I don't know if this is true or not. What do you think of the chat? Are most resellers unhealthy? Let me ask you that question first. Usually, year turns around, we have New Year's resolution stuff where it's like, hey, I gotta get in shape, things like that. But that's definitely one that I want to cover next year. I was like, man, I know Big Money Mo, boys always hitting the gym. Me going on Whatnot, I saw myself eating a lot while shipping, going to the gym a lot less. I worked hard to get into shape. And then when I started selling on Whatnot to hit goals, it was like all that just went backwards. I was like, this is dumb. Like we're trying to make money here, but at the same time, what about our health? 96% of resellers are kind of unhealthy. There we go. So for me, it was one of the goals. Definitely wanted to like get back into shape. Obviously, getting older doesn't help. So that was one of the things that was like, hey, got to get back on track there. Also for the family, doing that. So physical goal, which I'm going to talk about that next year. Business goals, family goals. Let me talk about YouTube goals as well for me. So a lot of things are going to change. The channel has obviously been a little lackluster lately because I have been. I'll see. Look, the wife, baby number two. Oh man, we're trying to get this one settled in. Um, the channel's been a little lackluster. Obviously, having a kid, there's a lot of changes in in my life. So I've been trying to figure out what makes sense between. Just like you just stole that baby, true with a beanie and stuff. You can't trust this guy. Um, between YouTube and whatnot and eBay and then, social media stuff, people that are constantly posting, let's say for IG and trying to build their brand, it gets tough. So for 2023, what I really want to do is Wednesdays, I really want to focus on back to the reselling, all of that. Like, there's time we have topics. Like today we have a topic, which is goals, but I like the topics. I like going into eBay solds. I like going into like how many are listed, what are they selling for, what are some of the finds that are out there, and we can look up the research on it. What are also like ongoing trends that we need to pay attention on? Going deeper on the specifics when it comes to some of the Ross finds that are out there, Marshall's finds, Burlington finds, Smart Buys, Capital, more business oriented on Wednesday's shows. And we've kind of went away from that because Emerson, what's up from Cali? We kind of went away from that because life went by so quick. It's like me and the B would come on, and then I would go on, for 45 minutes. And I'm trying to prepare for this whatnot show. He's trying to do the same. And it's kind of like, I don't want to rush these live shows. I enjoy these live shows, but I definitely want to get more business oriented. And also, I want to do more of like the community interviews. So that's why anyone that wants to come on, I want to finally get that, where I interview them one on one and we can just chill and talk about certain things. So obviously, I need to get Big Money Mo back on. I need to, Mile High Hustle, Hustle in Silence. Anybody who wants to jump on that. Jake is another one that people are like, "What's going on with Jake?" You should talk to him, interview him, see what's going on. I agree. And so more of like the community type of interviews that I would definitely want to do. So I love it when you do a look back on the flood. Yeah, that too. I think I want to do that for Wednesdays and already have them set. 5 different shoes that we can look back on, different things that we saw in the store, and all of that. So, and you guys have said in the chat like me and the B are on totally different things right now, which that's what me and B talked about earlier. Like we would want to do out hustled that kind of thing with like a meetup, or maybe we go to stores again, we record again for the summer. But as of right now, he's really trying to boost up marketing, that kind of thing. I'm trying to boost up the channel and get back into things there. So the B on the channel on Wednesdays probably won't happen. And I told him like I need to get back into my thing. And I told him this is more on me to get things going for like the community, for the shoes, back into like getting into the in-store finds. Like in-store finds, thrill of the hunt is what I like doing. I didn't do this for clout or do this for trying to make a bunch of money doing YouTube stuff. I enjoy thrill of the hunt, whether it's to resell or even something for ourselves. We find it all the time. Like, man, look at this jacket, $60, like, and it's 250 retail Nike jacket. Like, this would be dope for, for me or for the wife or for this. So, That's where I'm at right now. You told B it's not you, it's me. Yeah, exactly. Well, exactly. But me and B definitely want to. Well, not only that, but he's gonna be going to the Philippines for a good while, which much deserved. This guy's all over the place with travel, and he's gonna finally go visit his family. He's gonna be gone for a good month and a half anyway, so he's gonna be out. Boost up the marketing. You were B marketing. Feels like a fun hobby that actually makes us money. Still love it. Exactly. That's why I like when I get the comment like, "You're not even growing. Still doing Ross finds." I'm like, I enjoy it. That's why I'm doing it. And like I said the last week, building or getting like employees and getting a warehouse, and that's not everybody's goal. Like I like to enjoy the free time. I like because she's done. I like you know, if it wasn't fun, it wouldn't feel like work. Exactly. The thrill of the chase what makes this fun, 100%. And now being a dad, not everything has to also be about flipping. It could also be great deals on, I don't know, cool Nike shoes for her or for Nike, I don't know, small jackets or something. Or there's other finds that are out there that are exciting, like just getting out there and seeing what there is. I mean, I went out there today. Air Max 2017s are still out there on the prowl. Doesn't matter what store. They're all over the place. Back to the basics. Can't wait to hear the thrift store hanger noise. Oh man, exactly. That was, and even then, some of the stores that don't like recording, still making money on Ross finds though, 100%. I mean, the money is still there, and the thrill of the hunt is always gonna be there. And then now, we went through the toughest time through like 2020, where stores weren't open, and the B was on here, and Jake was on here. We're just trying to figure out what we could do to talk about different topics and subjects when there was nothing going on outside in the store. So that was one of the toughest parts. And getting through that, I feel like, we can get through any other obstacle that's for 2023 when people say economy is going to be down or maybe they're not buying or things like that. Then that means they're going to want thrill of the hunt more than ever now if they can't, spend a bunch of money then, right? So that's where I want the in-store finds to be more of like, the vlog style, getting those in, and then Wednesdays we get down to like the real resellers that want to talk about these sort of things. You involved in the wholesale. Very true. Which that is also good getting items in bulk. So getting items in bulk definitely when things are slower in store helps out bring in money that way and the capital wise and things like that. But having fun wise, like I mean, it is still kind of fun getting items in, but finding those items is always going to be there. Um, Let me go back up. Obi-Wan, what's up? Let me see. Joanne, God bless a baby little hustle. Yes, yes, man. There we go. Let me go back up. Let me see. We had some because people were posting their goals, and I'm gonna get back into that. Let me see. Main goals is just get my house all set up with furniture and painted. Get things to a level where I'm just maintaining. There we go, Rory Matt. So house goal, which people have that too, whether want to get out into a home, people want to get a second home, people want to rent out. There's different things people want to do. Double 2022 sales by growing FBA. Dapper's another one. If he wants to come on, Yards Law, anybody that wants to come on. I mean, I think we're a very small community in that wise that we see the same names every week, and we either here or on IG, and we always want to see what people find, what are they up to. We always want to see other people succeed. I don't think we've ever really had any negativity in on the lives or anything to where like people are just straight up hating on others to, I don't know, like fail or anything like that. I think we sell a lot of the similar items. A lot of our items are different in certain areas, but in a lot of times too, when there is a many flood, of that item, that's where things might get a little personal. My goal was 150K sales. Didn't make it this year, but Danny, for next year. But at least we had that goal set. It's good to have goals that you can reach towards, rather than just, I don't know, see what happens type of thing. First year filing taxes under my LLC, wanting to improve and record keeping, operating expense, earnings, mileage, Mendes fines, very nice. Warehousing, cell phone. Yeah, there's a lot of things that people don't really figure out or come into play when you're running the business. A lot of the times, thrill of the hunt is fun, but what about business expenses, all that? Hustle and silence, goal purge my inventory, realign with my new niche of well-producing product. There we go. Picking up things and putting them down daily, not unhealthy. Hustle and silence. No, making that time. It's kind of weird how um, we've all done it. I've done it for a long time. It's like I'd rather go source than work out. But in reality, it's like the pain that comes from not being able to do basic things, or like you getting knee pain or elbow pain or back pains or things like that because you're not doing anything physical. It's like the money that you're making from these things are going to come down the road and have to pay for bills, whether that ends up being doctor or hospital. It is not fun. Let me see. Out of shape and out of style. Big money, Mo. Oh man, I'm struggling at the gym, but will build up his back as soon as things slow down. Yeah, 100%. That's the way I was too. I was like, oh man, doing things on whatnot. I'm out here, spending a lot more time selling and packaging rather than trying to get back into the gym. Opening my own physical therapy company as a subcontractor since 2023, possibly a little slower with reselling. There we go, Danny. I didn't even know that. Physical therapy, it's dope. Let me see. Interview every shoe to keep things fresh. Big Money Mo. Jordan series was super dope as well. Mendes Fines. Let me go back and see. It's bad when I bought a food tray that fits in the cup holder of my car. Danny. I've been trying to find the J Balvin stuff. Josh Leva. No luck, but J Balvin website accidentally sent me 2 shirts. Hey, win-win. All right, let me see. No one wants to hear the truth. The Big Money Mo. Yeah, we're gonna have Big Money Mo on for sure, 100%. And I feel like I could definitely do the interviews a lot simpler, one-on-one, anyway, and getting that done. And even then, last week we had over 100 people, which we hadn't had that in a good while since Ross had been dry. We saw the viewers decline more and more. Today we don't have much, but also where it's like we're so close to the holidays that I didn't really expect a lot today. Starting my handmade small leather goods business, One Kick Finder, gets DVD, 100%. Like I said, anybody that wants to jump on, I think that we can just chill. Like I'm not one. I hate the interviews that when people come on, they're like, "Oh, thanks for having me," and it's very like it's like you don't talk like that in real life. That's why it's when you bring someone on, it has to be very chill, very just like, this is you, this is what you do, and this is who you are. Steven, what's up? All right, let me see. Sourcing goals. What about sourcing goals out there in the chat? Are you trying to figure out maybe better timing, maybe better routes, maybe stores that you feel like, hey, not really worth making it out there. Let me mix it up and go to these instead. Maybe you're adding more to your route. Maybe Burlington and Ross are adding more to your area so that maybe you're hitting those now. Smaller stores, that we've seen mini Burlingtons starting to show up. Outlets seem to be also heating up to getting more product. For those that have more than one Nike outlet, Marshalls also seems to be somewhat here and there getting some things. KC Flip and Fold, what's up? Being more picky, Danny, very interesting. Let me see. Oh, Rory Matt, thank you. Being more picky, Danny, I think that's very good. Maybe instead of picky, it'd also be more research oriented. Like, does a find really make sense for your capital, for the business, and where you're heading? So, like an Air Max 2017, that seems to be like our kind of go-to right now because there seems to be quite a bit of them at every store, from the black one, the gray one, and the red one. And people are mixed. There's people that are taking them, there's people that are leaving them, and there is no wrong answer on either one. Um, and that's where it comes down to preference. Now, personal collection, $65. I mean, I think that's a great deal. I mean, it's a comfy shoe. So that would I would give it my thumbs up. Now, reselling wise, it depends. What's the size? Like we said too, what's the capital? What's the color? What's the condition? There's things on Ross get kicked all over the floor. Did you check that at least? You would hate to get home and then the Air Max unit is flattened out or something. There's different things that come into play there. And then with or without box, do you have replacement boxes? Some do, some don't. Um, if you're someone like Big Money Mo or others, they found them in the outlets even cheaper than that. So now you're going to be competing with those people as well, maybe in better sizes. So just keep that in mind. I mean, anybody would rather buy a brand new with box than without box, unless they're really getting a deal. But then you're also spending 65 plus tax. Maybe not tax, I don't know, but you're still at 65 range. So there was a good point too that me and B were talking about today, where it's kind of like, there's some items there that won't be 100% ROI, and that's okay. I mean, a lot of the times we want to double our money, and we can double the money. Or, hey, I want to make the 40% on this, the 60% on this. It's great ROI on it. There's a lot of people too that do the Amazon game, willing to do 20% ROI, but they're constantly moving items nonstop. That could also come into play too. What is your model? Sneaker flip fine, be smart. People who routinely go to Nike stores are not surprised by the floods. They were heavily discounted at outlets for months. Free runs 2017s. Another example would be the 270 React. We're starting to see the black and white 270 React at Ross. A ton of them are starting to come out. And I noticed, man, how many did I see today? And that was just at one store. That's another shoe that I know B got at his outlet for the lowest, I think was like $34.97 plus 30 or plus 40. It was dirt cheap. And I think Ross has them right now at 65. And with no box, that one is a rough shoe. I'd rather pick up the 2017 than the 270 React, even though they're both great Nike shoes. The 2017 would be all day over that other one. Let me see. 25 with box at outlets. There we go. Like I said, yeah, B, I think they were 35 plus 40 off or something like that. 55 for the 270, says Dapper. Yeah, they're dirt cheap. So at Ross are way more expensive right now. But the only way you would look, see, there's the B. The only way you would really know is to constantly go to the stores and keeping updated with IG and YouTube on the people that are posting the finds. Hey, what else is out there? Who else am I competing with? Is this a smart buy or not? And so that's what you got to really look at. Just got done eating dinner, so there's the B. He was on the road. I think he's still trying to fly back today from LA. Definitely want to be more disciplined on pickups, focus on ROI. There we go, Josh. Let me see. Let me go back up. There's another one. 50% ROI is good depending on how fast you're turning it. Sneaker flip find. Yeah, and I'd rather flip. I mean, at 50% ROI, that's where a lot of the hats come into play. With me selling hats, like I'm not worried about, I guess like, because cost of goods is totally different compared to shoes. You're buying 270 React at $70. Man, I mean, that's rough on how much money you're putting into that compared to, how many hats could I buy? How many, there's people that have been finding cheaper jerseys or hoodies or t-shirts. If you can make 100% ROI on shirts and hoodies, you would do that 100% than to wait it out on a $70 shoe that may not even flip anytime soon. You can definitely stack that money up just because the shirt or the hoodie or the sweatpants may not be as sexy as some of the shoes. But like we said, we're not doing this for the clout wise. We're doing this to make money and seeing it as a product, but also what we enjoy are finding those products. Rory, Matt, goals are to keep up on the extreme discount items, scaling still, and very, very selective on hype, just doing brick flips and team apparel. Yeah, I love the bricks. As you can see behind me, there's plenty of them. There's Pegasus to go around, and the money is there. Let's see, 50% ROI on 1,000 units. There we go on the B. Let me see. We're just talking about getting in shape this year. Danny, $22 says Chris, for 270 reacts over here. Crazy. And today on the finds that we're gonna go through, people have been finding some great outlet deals, ending in 97 clearance plus the 40% off on the Nike discount. Hacks, I need a jaw jersey. Man, yeah, jaw jerseys have been flying. That I haven't even I've gotten what, 2 or 3 max. And Palma, what's up? Biggest issues with some of those flood, you don't know how much more are to come, so that's why they are risky. Elite cleats can't lose. 2017 270 will get risky. 100%. That's when we see, which we're going to see them in the fines, the $20 cleats. You'd pick those up all day. I don't care what the flood looks like. A lot of these retail 180, 160, even 120, they're $20. I mean, $20 cleats in 2023, which we're going into, is still kind of insane to me when you really think about it. And going into the stores and finding those deals. I mean, you'd pick those up. Maybe not the size 16 and a half Air Force One low women's at Burlington. Those you want to leave behind. Cleats all day, every day. There we go, Danny. Golf, soccer, you're picking them up. Let me see. Elite cleats is a flood you eat up and hold 100%. Sneaker flip. Let me see. Plus you wait on cleats, you get crazy money when flood dies down. Yeah, you can even hold, even then if you have the capital to do it, which more than likely a lot of the people watching this do, you're holding that is not going to be a big issue. What comes down to the issue is your patience. Are you willing to hold? And what me and B talked about last time, it's like, would you be willing to hold 1 full year to double your money? 100% ROI? You're waiting 6 months, 8 months, 12 months? I mean, the double is there. And in this case, $20 cleats, we're talking about like what, 500% ROI or more to wait it out. Because we know space and storage, there we go, Tony, 100% there, if you have it, rather than having it in, if they are building up, let's say, I mean, if you're paying fees in an Amazon warehouse, that also comes into play too, but you're also expecting more out of it, assuming. If you have the capital, then wait it out. There's the B, patience, be organized. People get impatient because of the clutter. True. When you have too many of that one item, you're like, man, I should let these go. But in reality, they were a steal. And here's the thing though, is that we've seen this over and over and over again, year after year, when it comes to Ross, Burlington. Some shoes come back. It's kind of rare. Sometimes they do down the road, like magically air money would come back. I don't know. It's random, but for the most part, we're playing the time, like what is available at that time. Ross, Burlington, and when they're gone, they're gone. GT cut. Will we see a GT cut again? I don't know. but you should have taken them if you did see them. That's 100%. But at that time, you had very little time to really react. When you really think about it, it's like, and you get a 30 days to return them. There we go. It's like you get a small moment in time to pick them up. You might see a lot of people posting them on IG, or maybe I'll post it on YouTube. Oh, there's a flood. Oh, there's a ton of them. Oh, this person found them. But in reality, it's like, man, they were there for the 3 weeks, 2 weeks, if that, they're gone. And now we don't know if there's going to be any more. But you picked them up. They're back up 350, 400 GT cut, one kick finder. I like that. I'm glad I haven't posted mine. Not that I found a bunch of them, but Crib Flow track cleats. There we go, KC. Let me see. GT Cuts was foolish to sell at 200 a month before it hit Ross. They were 400s. Now they're back at 400. Crazy. Let me see. Made the mistake of clearing inventory with those Frank Tiger Woods hats. And I think B found like the polos. Those those are crazy. Once you have more inventory speed, that will be the goal. There we go. Slow dime on eBay, fast nickel, whatnot. Let me see. He brought the baby, baby hustler hack junior. There you go, Connor. So let's see. No, chilling. Just making noises. Okay, we'll wait a little bit. Let me go back up and see. I found 0 GT cuts. Oh well, to all the cashed out. Yeah, I only found a couple. I waited it out. I'm still waiting it out, but I didn't find too many of them either. But even the small sizes, like a men's 6, a men's 7. I mean, selling those out there, great money, especially international sales. Small foot kings and queens, making good money on those. Big Money Mo, I'm undercutting everybody in 2023. I don't need to build capital. I need the quick ROI. There you go, Big Money Mo. I bought some Nike Elite running cleats, says Rory Matt, with box for $6 each at my outlet. Insane. Bought the big sizes because ROI, that was retail $150. That's where me and B also talked about that. That, you know, cost of goods is really going to come into the play for next year. And you'll never lose when it comes to the low cost of goods for any platform. And when you're buying high, we've always said this, and trying to sell high, that's where it comes into play. But low cost of goods, you're good. Is that a Lala Boo? Yes, it is. Hustle in Silence. I was targeted, what do you know, for a dad shirt. And so I gave in. And she loves the dad shirt. So we're just like, I guess it feels like the womb, but I'm not breastfeeding or anything. So let me see. Whatnot, lose some money, Yaroslav. When it comes to shoes, I can tell you right now, Whatnot Whatnot's not the place when it comes to like mid-tier. Like mid-tier, what I mean, like a Vapor Max, like a 270, like anything with an Air Max, probably not. Now, if you're big time seller with a big time I don't know, following, you know, you've seen them sell at market. Now, if you're going on at a random time and they're not feeling it, things are going to go under, and it's not good. But I've also noticed, like, you wouldn't sell a GT cut on Whatnot. You wouldn't sell a lot of that stuff. It wouldn't do it. Now, if you're trying to move out certain items, sure, I've done it. Other people have done it. Then you're fine. But and having that expectation too. Now, if you're going to an expectation like, man, every shoe that I come in here is going to sell for big time money, don't have that. Now, if you're going in with low cost of goods on certain items, like we talked about, t-shirts, hoodies, hats, apparel, streetwear, that is low cost goods, and you can flip them to make double the money or in whatever ROI you're looking at, I think it's definitely doable. And so the hats have done well for me on there. How many hats can one person have? I don't know. How many but my main thing is what I told B earlier, as well as customer acquisition with Whatnot, bringing in more customers instead of the resellers buying from resellers. And I think Whatnot, if they could do that, they're going to be on top with bringing in more and having that fast-paced selling. I mean, they're not going to beat Amazon or eBay, but I mean like competing with like the Mercaris, the Poshmarks, the things like that. They could be on top and maybe even grow further from that. Maybe even building a catalog of items that you can just, buy it now. You can search, hey, I want to buy um, a Lakers fitted. I can search it on Whatnot and I could get it and buy it now or send an offer instead of waiting for someone to go on an auction. So there's different things that they still got to do, and they're not there yet. Jimmy got 60 hats. There we go. Keep the baby in the lives, and the info will seep in. She'll be CEO by 18. I like that. She's listening, sleeping and listening. She made a noise. I would. That way I don't sell there and plan to. There we go. Yaroslav. So let's see what they do. I mean, maybe that's a 2023 goal for Whatnot. I don't know. eBay goals, I don't know where they're at sneaker wise. I don't even want to count my hats to go be. I'm only selling items on Whatnot that I can get high quantities and items that have been sitting on eBay. So there's a game plan there. And that's what I think that every platform needs, that game plan for 2023 and your goals. And that's what also I'm trying to figure out and separate what makes sense for Whatnot, what makes sense for eBay. What I've noticed too with hats, fitted hats, there's so many people that just do not know their size when it comes to Whatnot. What size is this? How do I know my sizes? But on eBay, you can definitely sell like those big league shoes. I sold a Raiders fitted yesterday, for 45 because they know their team, they know their size, and they'll commit to buying it. But on Whatnot, it's like, I don't know if I wear a 7.5. I don't know if I wear a 7/1/8. And so they get confused, and that's why snapbacks do way better on Whatnot. But the funny thing is, snapbacks on eBay don't do that great. Fitteds do better on eBay. Every platform has their like strengths, weaknesses, things that customers are looking for. And that's what we got to play that part when it comes to sourcing. What makes sense for each platform? There we go. Play to the platform's advantage. So let me see. Going back to the goals, we talked about physical goals a little bit, which I'm gonna have a whole. One Wednesday we're gonna focus on getting in shape. And does that make sense for resellers? We should also talk about family, business, sourcing, and so on. Let's talk about the family side. I don't feel like there's that work-life balance. I feel like when you have your own business, you have to figure out what works for you and what works out for the family. I feel like this whole, you got to do this, you got to do that, that's not for everybody either. Like, everybody's totally different on what they do. Baby's trying to headbutt me. Cecil, appreciate that. And so that's why I think it's kind of funny when you got these tips, or when you've seen them too, videos that are people are like, oh, Miss Cam, what up? People are like, hey, if you want to, let's say for example, you want to be like Gary Vee, this is Gary Vee's daily routine. He gets up at 5 a.m., showers, meditates for 20 minutes, reads a book for 40 minutes, and then conference call at this time. And so in order to be like him and to make money like him, you got to do these things. Everybody's totally different. That makes no sense. But you see these videos, you see these I don't know, posts or like IG, and they come up all the time. Do this, do that, daily routines like that. You got to figure out what's going to work for you, for the family, and I don't know. Those are just, I think they're hilarious to me. Dwayne Johnson's schedule. There we go. And then you get a cheat day where you eat like 10 pizzas and like 12 dozen donuts. Mendez finds freedom to make my own hours and have time for the family and events is priceless. There we go. Yaroslav, 100% selling hats is good. You get them for like $2 a hat, and you can pretty much unlimited selling Burlington Nike thrift find. They're very likely losing money. And that's where, so Yaroslav, for example, for like buying the hats, buying them in bulk, definitely does help me on that side of it. But when I see those hats at Burlington, Ross, and they're like $18.99, $16.99, like I'm not paying those prices. So that's what also helps me when I'm competing with, if for some reason we do have the similar hats, which a lot of the Mitchell and Ness, maybe the New Era, maybe the certain teams comes into play, then it's like, well, buy cost of goods, which we talked about earlier, comes into play big time. And what you can still make great ROI and price it differently. I thrive on routine, honestly. There we go, Rory. Which I think for the most part, people have to have a routine. I guess my example was like trying to do someone else's routine when you're in a totally different situation. Doesn't make sense. My family works as a team, so I have everyone sourcing it and different hours. Steven, my family has learned what to leave and what to buy. There we go. And that's what really doing this thrill of the hunt, going to stores, comes into play on how like it affects your family and your family members. Like, you don't go to the mall anymore. Maybe at some point you did, but you're not going to buy clothing at full price. You've gone through this whole cycle of selling and reselling items to you, like what the dollar is worth to you and what items are worth to you when you need personal items for you and the family. And you're like, there's no way I'm spending full retail at this. Let me see. The mall's a no-go anymore, and probably hasn't been for a long time. You won't pay that. Wait until you go to Lids. There we go, Rory. The shipping with hats got to be a lot of shipping work, still worth the cost of goods. Well, that's why, Danny. What I like about the hats is like they're only gonna go in two different boxes, and that's what's really helped me out the most when it's time. Because same thing with shoes, like we've done with shoes with no box, they're only gonna go in one or two different boxes. Either the USPS shoe box or the what is that one called? 10 whatever, where you cut them and you put it in. And that's what makes our life a lot simpler. Get it down to two boxes, done. You're not hunting down on what is this board game gonna fit in? What is this antique gonna fit in? Do I have boxes for this? Man, finding a box, you definitely don't be wasting that time. But we've learned that, everyone in the chat, and what we've gone through with with sourcing what we need. And same thing with shoes. I mean, with shirts, jerseys. We know the poly bags. You get that one size you need, you're done. Crazy how people still go to Lids and they got Glenn on eBay. And there we go, Rory. Wait until Dillard's puts clearance stuff for extra 40% off of all my work clothes. There we go, Josh. You probably have an efficient routine now. And I feel like even though we all have efficient routines, we know we can do better. We know we can cut different things here and there to speed up different processes. And we're always looking to improve, which we have to. Facts, spending 200 plus on Jordan shoes in 2022 is crazy. Only outlet finds now for the personal. There we go. Haven't dabbled in hats, but the packing efficiency is good to know. I always only sold the one-off hats I found at Ross, but never carried those boxes, so it was a hassle. There we go. Yeah, and I found that same way. I had to find a box that really worked for me, and especially if I was going to be selling them in bulk, like what box size makes sense. So I had to figure that out. All right, let me see what else. Goal wise, platform wise, are there any certain platforms you're trying to get into, or maybe you want to learn? I know Dapper said more about the Amazon side. There's people that want to cross list more efficiently, um, or want to get into something new. I'm always for learning a new platform. You have to try it out for yourself. You have to see if that's going to work for you or not. That's why it makes no sense on IG and on YouTube for people hating on other platforms. Like you still sell on eBay, or like you're on whatnot, you're on Amazon, you're on. It makes no sense to me. If you're making great money, great ROI, and you enjoy what you're doing, I don't care what platform it is. Like you got to keep going. I'm dipping more into Amazon more now. Danny, there we go. Connor, been seeing them, people buying the Amazon pallets and reflipping them. What we've noticed too is that, well, when it comes to Amazon pallets, you get a lot of more of those Black Friday stores. You guys hate Black Friday, but I've seen more local businesses starting to do that now, which different names but the same concept, right? Like Monday it's $6 an item, and then every day it's $1 off. And a lot of these items, Amazon returns, broken items, something's wrong with them because a lot of it's just returns. Now, can you find deals? Sure, but you got to be on top of things to make sure you know exactly what you're picking up. And some people do have that time to try out items, see if it works. Maybe that's what they enjoy doing. With us, we're mostly focusing on brand new items from discounted retail stores that have never been worn, never been used. So for us, it's a lot easier to sell these items when it comes to Amazon and eBay or Go or wherever else, because we don't have to type up a lengthy description on if this thing works or not. Is it dirty? Um, was it used? What does the tread look like on the soles? Right? We don't have to worry about all that stuff because it's brand new, which also cuts us time to list more, to find more, to source more, to do all of that. And that's where I like bringing it from that side of it, not having to test out a lot of things. But there's a lot of people that do like doing that. And for me, I was like that at one point. I was like all into flipping video games on Amazon. But I would have to try them out. Like, are they working condition when it came to the Wii? The disc. Actually had a disc scratch remover thing for the disc that I would get from pawn shops, thrift stores. Um, what is it called? I can't even think of the word. Flea markets, things like that on Saturday mornings, and great ROI. But because you can just offer, hey, $2 for this game, buck for this game, $3. But I'd have to test it out, make sure it works, do the back end work. Let me see, maybe just sourcing at Nike and selling on eBay, Go, StockX gives more time to not run around. Only Ross when it's hitting. There we go, Chris. And that also comes into play with traffic, routes, gas, stores. How many can you hit? What is the timing? Luckily for me, where I live, so we have 13 Rosses, and they're all off. There's only 2 that are not off that same freeway. We only have 2 freeways. And so to hit these Rosses is actually pretty easy. But me and the B have also gone to other cities where, like, man, these stores are totally out of the way. Like, it's gonna take us a while to get to these stores, and we didn't know what that looked like firsthand until we actually went there to these cities. We're like, yeah, I could see how this could get tough, especially if you're doing this daily, or at least trying to. I got a cart full of 270s and Vapor Max right now. Big money mall. Oh man. Carlos will have you wanting to move to Amazon, roaring mad. Oh man. I know a city like that, Dapper. Exactly, Dapper. That's a tough routine. Let me see. Let me go back up. Oh, the liquidation stores. Yeah, kind of like the Black Friday stores, those type of things. Um, and the time goes down, or the dollar amount goes down by the day. I have three Ross, Josh Leva. I have one outlet. I like going to when me and B go to like Chicago or things like that. I'm like, man, I got like 3, 4 outlets to play around with, but they're not. I mean, they're definitely not close together. That's for sure. Look the cute baby. Happy holiday. Oh, appreciate that freeway flippers. Glad I got to see you in Denver at StakerCon. Oh yeah, 100%. Thank you. It was good to see you guys. Glenn, please come to Dallas. We got to go back to Dallas. Me and the B. Um, like I said, that's kind of like our one of the things we definitely want to do for. Hopefully, we could do something for summer. We want to get it back out there, sourcing wise, or meetups or something, to get that going. But we'll see. That's talk that we've had for 2023. But we'll see how the year starts off. Okay, so let's also talk about 2023 after holiday sales. Now, right now we know it's going to be difficult. People shouldn't be expecting things to get there by Christmas. Now, today at the post office, some lady was like, I need this to get there before Christmas. And she was like kind of like grinding the teeth, like, it's gotta get there before Christmas. It's like, lady, it's Wednesday the 21st. Like, what do you want? And so at this point, sales might be slowing down, might not. Maybe you have some overnighters. But for the most part, at least on my side of it, finishing off this year, I want to get the pictures done. Want to make sure, listings are ready to go. Making sure that the bins are correct. What are in each bins. Getting ready for 2023. Then when the new year starts off, usually sourcing is slower. Usually we get markdowns, Ross leftovers. Hey, Air Max 2017s might be marked down. They might start off a little slow at like 55 from 65, but hey, you'll take anything if you can get an extra little discount. That might happen. But usually at this time, we've seen Ross, Burlington, more dead than usual, like losing out on inventory. And for right now, even the stores I went to today, still quite a bit of shoes. I mean, it wasn't completely dead or empty like we've seen past years. So it would be great if maybe starting off the new year by like January 7th, 8th, 9th, Burlington and Ross still got quite a bit of inventory and they're getting more. That'd be a good sign. And that might happen. Then you can start off the year by bringing in new inventory, but also really making sure your inventory is good first before bringing in more, if that happens. eBay's changes in fee structure is killing me. Too many changes too fast, especially with authentication. I know Jacket's moving fast, Steven, and Jackets are going to continue to move into March. January, February, still cold, gets even colder. People paying $50 for overnight Amazon merchant fulfilled. Yeah, crazy. Nike had their 2022 Q2 earnings. They beat revenue 13.32 billion. Wild. Have to drop. Good show. Appreciate that, Dapper. Need FedEx box hacks. Oh man. Did you move your Nike coats from last year? I did. I had finally had a couple left of like those puffy blue ones. I only had mediums left and had 3 mediums. I sold them on Whatnot. Good thing I got them for lower, but I still sold. I think I sold the first one at 90. The other 2 went for 70. I think it was like 90, 80, 70, which I was happy with those dollar amounts for those jackets because that I had them for over a year, and I only had that one size left. I was like, man, someone's got to buy these mediums. Have people realized how little Nike's cost of goods are? I don't think so, because Jordan 1's still selling, and they're making crazy profits. Let me see. Comma, moving away from shoes, thrifting has been more profitable and cost of goods lower. Plus, DFW Sneakers has been cleaning out the stores here in Dallas. Oh man. Yeah, he has a whole hookup and a whole system, but he's had that for a good while. When we met with him years ago. What I'm interested in, you know what? He's also one I want to interview, not from um, sourcing standpoint. I want to know what his ROI is when it comes to whatnot and some of the lower end. I've seen stuff go for dirt cheap. I want to know what's going on there and see what he's going to reveal or maybe not reveal. Why does Nike cost of goods matter to people? A brand can do whatever they want. They put a ton of money in building that brand. Um, that's the thing though, is like I don't think, yeah, the cost of manufacturing, Deportes is asking. I don't think they even think about that. Um, but I don't know why they would though. Just because, well, like Sneaker Flip Fine said, like if you want that item, like if you're gonna buy I don't know, go to Tiffany and buy, there's outrageous prices for everything. Like we know it didn't cost that much to make it, and they're gonna make a profit on it. And a lot of the times they don't think about that. The funny thing is, what they really think about is the reselling standpoint. Like you're an evil reseller for selling a Nike shoe that cost 180 retail, a Jordan 1, and you're trying to sell that for 400. How dare you? But yet it costs Nike how much? 25 to $40 range, if that, for a $180 shoe. But the reseller is the evil one, trying to double up his money. How dare they? Let me go back up and see. Mendes finds, my sales were initially slow, then found sweet spot for endorsed listings at 2.5 to 3.5 on promoted. Let me see. Let me go back up. I can't wait for end of the year, new year clearance. Rory Matt, ready to go. I got a few this morning. May have been some Mercari local because people will be scrambling. Oh yeah, definitely on last minute. See, I'm surprised that I got 3 sales today, Danny. Let me see. You can manufacture your own shoe, but it won't be cheap. Let me go back up and see. So I think those are the main goals. That, man, we went an hour in just talking about the goals, which I guess that was what we were meant to do, since that was our main topic for the day, was the goals. We got fines to go through as well. If you find 270 rack for 25 at the outlets, MSRP was 150. Think about how low Nike's cost is. There we go. And B says facts. And hopefully we get more of these 25 outlet deals. I'm gonna buy RBX and put my brand on them. Josh Leva. Use very low competition, rare shoes that will sell right away for crazy returns. Just got to get your hands dirty. Thrift finds balance out. Flood from Burlington and Nike. But even when you go to, I want to think about also, let's say, thrift finds. Now, thrift finds or bin finds? Bins, I remember them being out of control 5, 6 years ago. Bins now, insane. There we're talking about big time competition there's savages out there. Let me see. All right, is anybody doing any bin stuff, or are you doing more thrift? going through the rack, things like that. Let me see. I guess also, what is your take on market changes? That's another thing for 2023 is um, obviously sneaker market, high end, or let's talk about hype, that changing. Um, what about like vintage tees? What about that market? Selling a vintage tee at 150 bucks, 200 bucks, 300 bucks of, let's say, a old, like, a 90s tee. Also keep in mind that lower end, like an H&M, um, a Walmart, Forever 21, these brands remake a lot of these vintage looking tees. And when next year people might be like, man, I'm just gonna buy one of these for 10 bucks, 12 bucks, 18 bucks. I don't care that it's not single stitched, faded, with holes in it, with Selena on it. I mean, for me, I don't care because we know how much things are worth and we're trying to make money out here. But for some people, they want to, I guess, show that side that, hey, check out this single stitched faded tee. I think that's another market that we're going to see a lot of things change, or maybe that isn't going to be the case anymore of spending that big money on that. So we got to pivot if you're into certain things and what makes sense. That's why I think bricks do so well. Whether it is in the thrift, at Plato's Closet, at Ross, at Marshall's, at Burlington, because these are everyday shoes that any consumer can pick up and get at any time. Hype is really, you're focusing on a certain demographic willing to overspend on something that, they don't necessarily need at all, but they're trying to look that part. But for bricks, maybe someone wants to, for the spring and summer, they need a Pegasus Trail and they're willing to spend 120 bucks for a good shoe, brand new without box. They'll do it. No one knows the tee is vintage except the wearer. Exactly. Everyone trying to flip thrifts, going for those tees. Yep. Oh, hungry? I think you're just getting a little cranky or just trying to wake up. Anything for Selena's, Josh. Okay, so man, we didn't even get to any fines or anything. Anything else before we pivot into this is our last show of the year. So I'm gonna take a nice, like I've been doing, 2-3 week break. I know when I come back, live show is gonna be a little dead because I mean it always gets tough to get back into something. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of research on the channel. What can I do? What can I do to improve? What are the things that make sense? What are the things that are working that YouTube made changes on that I'm behind on? Like when videos autoplay, YouTube Shorts, things like that, that I've been really looking into on how I can provide content in a certain way. So that is one of my goals for YouTube. And thrill of the hunt, steals and deals more than anything. Going to the stores and filming like I always have, and maybe not more from an eBay flipping standpoint of talking about that over and over again. Maybe just from a thrill of the hunt standpoint. Us resellers know, like we know what's worth it. Talking about that here and there, but like I said, Wednesdays I really want to dive deep when it comes to us that have the reselling business wise. Let me see, Rory Matt. Yeah, only people who care about authenticity will buy average Joes, will not care about the history, just want that look. There we go. YouTube Shorts winning right now. Yes, sir. Crazy. Man, YouTube might make some. So apparently, it is out there that YouTube is in talks to take and get their own version of NFL Sunday Ticket. And that partnership would end with DirecTV and go to YouTube. And that YouTube would then make it where you're paying less per month to only watch the teams you want to watch. So for me, Dolphins never come on TV. They have been the last 3 weeks, but that normally doesn't happen. I would only pay to watch Dolphins, and I don't have to pay for a Sunday ticket. Oh man, that'd be a big game changer for YouTube to get, and you get to watch wherever you want through internet access. You don't need satellite and whatever else for DirecTV. Man, that'd be wild. So we'll see. You know what I noticed too? I have more subscribers than my favorite NFL team's channel. How does that happen? Come on now. Yeah, pretty smart. There we go, Connor. Yeah, NFL and YouTube. Let's see what they do. Okay, let's go to wait, where are we? No. There we go. All right, here we go. All right, so this week's sneaker releases. And honestly, it might be our last time that we do this. Like I said, we're gonna get into interviews next year. We're gonna get into talking business. I think this was more of a fun thing more than anything with me and B going through it. And then towards the end, we're just like, man, skip all this. Gorge Green on the Jordan 1. Lucky on 3 legs. We didn't have to go there. Oh, man. All right. So Gorge Green. And in case you wanted to look at it right now, it's actually under retail for most sizes too. The biggest drop I would see right here is a 10.5. 167 for a and of course 180 on these. They are pretty clean, not gonna lie. Connor, 100%. They're clean. Maybe the silver swoosh is what people didn't like. But I think they're clean and great deal for under retail, especially for the personal right now. Got my girl a pair of the Gorge Green to go with the Mexico jersey. There we go. Yeah, I think they're clean and great deals right now. Next, the Stussy Penny 2. We talked about this one last week. Not really a needed model. It looks like this one, kind of more of like a woven on that one. And then there's also a green one. This looks like the mask or something. And this, right now, the black one, size 9, 236. Oh, 230, 260, slim pickings. There he is. 200 was a retail. On the green one, somebody stop me. 256. 285. Jim Carrey. There we go. Off-white. Oh, we don't even go there. Off-white. Air Max Ugly Duckling. I didn't even see that one. Ceramic and pecan colorways. There it is. Jordan 7. I don't think I brought that one up. There's the Off-White. Terra Forma. And 210 retail. 278, 282. Keep in mind, they also came out today. So they could also drop once they start getting in hand. Let me see. Quad 54, no way. I think, did we even look? I don't think we even looked it up, or I even looked it up. Let me see. Here it is. 225. Came out yesterday. There we go, lowest ask, $1,000. Like that. Off-white with the spikes on bottom, always a pass. Sourcing code. The white on the yay there, huge. So we had this one, and then we also have this one with the purple tongue. If you had to rock one, which one would you rock? Maybe this one. If you had to. Let me see. Been a few weeks. Off-white boots will drop in price. course, lobster in orange on the Concepts 120. That will be tomorrow. Orange lobster. Then women's Jordan 1 medium gray. Interesting. I didn't even know this one was even coming out. Metal on the Jordan's logo. Let's see, New Balance, Send Be the Time, Jordan 13 University Blue. This one is already under retail as well, I believe. Oh no, 200, but we're only at 220. So 228, 226, kind of reminds us of like the Chris Paul PE Hornets. So that will be out tomorrow or Friday. Let me see. Friday. I know lobster's clean. And then we got LeBron 20 stocking stuffer, a little Grinch look. I think these are actually pretty clean. I don't know about this kind of like holiday graffiti look, but the uppers are dope. I do like it inside the swoosh though, and on the tongue. 210. And they're not really selling that great. Oh, reselling that. Oh no. Just like maybe a bad dream or something. 252, 240, 236. Right now. So 200 or 210. What is it? 210 or 200? But they're clean. All right, let me get this out of the way. That was the last one on the LeBrons. I'll get those extra 20 on hash. And not only that, probably after the holidays were over. It's like, oh man, I wanted to rock these for Christmas. Nope. They probably should have came this out like a week before at least. Give you some time to rock them for Christmas. Okay, let me stop screen or remove this. All right. Next one, let me see. Oh, fines. All right, go here, go here. And here we go. All right. And Sinister Profits. Let me see, can I? There we go, it looks better. Sinister Profits, $50 on the Air Max. Size 10. Perfect. Oh man. Size 10. I think Ross also has these too, because I did find a size 14 the other day in the same style. Blazer Low at 30, we did see that one. David Robinson jerseys on the tie-dye. I think we did see this one last week, I think so. Let me see, have to go with the big sizes. Danny, Ross taxing on those. Only buying big sizes on the Air Max 90s, definitely flooded. All right, next. Marquette jersey, they go Tri-Stinger deals, 30. TJ Maxx with the Rodmans on the color gradient. Nike T still has a champs tag on there. $30 for the pullover. Oregon Ducks in the pants in a medium. All right, let me see the chat. I'm trying to get this out of the way because I can't see the chat. Let me see. Windhorse looks like Presto and the Adidas Zero. And let me see. I don't know the price though. Looks like the Adidas were 35 and Presto at 30. Let me see. Picked up those Adidas 3 weeks ago. Local Burlington for 25. Sold for 180. I got 3 pairs: Midnight Navy, 2 grade school, 1 adult, and Palma. All right, next, let me see. Windhorse on the Kyrie at 60. So in the chat, smash or pass on the Kyries. We know no more Kyries with Nike. 60 might be a problem. I know people are passing at the 60, but there shouldn't be any more. But TBs, Kyrie TBs at the outlets are definitely cheaper than this. Same model, different colors. So something to, to keep in mind. Of course, the $20 easy pickups on these, on the Vapor Ghost laces and all. And Vapor Max at 50 on some of the bigger sizes. Let me see. I'm passing personally slim pickings. I left those as Danny. Jose says I picked up my own size but passed on the rest. Josh says he passed at 60. Questions is Kyrie's going up to in price now, says Connor. Kyrie's full box are cheaper at the outlets. Hustle and Silence says smash. Depends on colorway and model. Danny. Yes, sir. That's why I said a lot of the TBs at the outlets are cheaper. Let me see. Just Fly. The same Adidas Zeros that are there. We got the cleats as well. So Burlington and Ross right now on those. And the LeBron Lows. Even got the Tims. Oh, 25 in the Vapor. There's the Tims. Alright, let me get this out of the way. My mouse is like freezing or something. It's hard to pick up store finds. I got Women Prestlewood box at 20. Big Money Mo. Let's see, Sneaker Flip find some of the cleats. Elite cleats aren't just in silver boxes. There we go. Oh, Temple Legend 9. Let me see. Mile High on the Polo, which I know Rashard picking up a lot of the Polos as well. Whoop. 70 on the Burlington price, 300 on the retail. There we go. One did sell, 219, 249. Polo on the long sleeve. 150 retail, $40 at Burlington. Some clean Polo pieces, $50. Retail what? 300? Oh no, 148 on that one. Selling at 140. All right, there we go. Next, try sneaker deals. Even Trey Young's out there, Burlington. And Harden's, a lot of the Adidas and Vapor Max at 50. Let me see. L.A. Gonzalez. There's someone else I'm going to bring on is L.A. Gonzalez for an interview. He was on Whatnot for quite a bit. And then he just doesn't sell on Whatnot at all anymore. And I want to see how he feels about the platform and what he likes, doesn't like, and him sourcing and stuff. He's been finding good stuff. He's been tagging. Super cool dude. Of course, me and the B saw him at SneakerCon and meeting him up. Let me see. So 2017's in red. 3 of them right here. Nike T at 13. Adidas on the shorts. Also on the Alpha Cleat at 20. People have been leaving these behind as well. So that's just up to you. But in $20, keep that in mind. Tiger Woods in the dry fit, 25. All right, let me see. Sourcing code. Man, look at that on the up-tempo with the big swoosh on the front. 60. Additional 40 off with 170 at the retail. So a lot of the clearance, the 97, ending in 97 on the clearance, great deals right now. Let's see, hungry? There we go. Let me see, 55 on the Jordans. No? Okay, just waking up. 55 on the Jordans. $80, no extra on the lows. Same thing here at 80, complete with box. There's a Kyrie. We just talked about Kyrie TB. Team basketball, 50. Kind of like an Oreo colorway. Extra 40. complete with box. But this is the Infinity. So Kyrie Infinity, not like a Kyrie 7 or any of those, or like it's got one of the sub models on the Kyrie. And there's some other ones. Like the Witness, LeBron Witness at 60 minus 40 might be a great deal down the road. I think there's a lot of like, different holds you could probably wait on. I mean, even on these, like some of these lower end Jordans, Amazon or eBay, people would buy these priced at $100, and if you're getting them for a great deal, maybe even 120 on some of them. Air Max 95, 109, extra 40, Blazer Low, Air Max Plus. There's some 2017s in there. They're at 100. Air Max 90, great color too, 100 minus 40. And $15 on sweatpants, wild. I think Nike outlet, we're going to see a lot of overstock. So keep going to the outlets. Let me see. There's Baby. Cartful, Mile High. 4 pairs on the red, 2017. Also the cleats. $20, easy. Different colors as well. All right, let's see. Polo jackets again. Bam 24 kicks. Polo. Looks like Polo, a little mix. Burlington and Ross. Burlington might have better prices though. Vapor Max. Joshy Sneaks on women's. 50. Maybe your buy on this is like kind of like a better women's size, so they're 8.5. I know there's a lot of like 12s out there, big women's sizes, so I want to check for that. Of course, these are easy. Great pickups there. That's a clean color. Man, 35. Ladies 6. Man, even the Romaleos out there, 97s. Burlington. And 45. More of the 2017 in red. Ross got the Heat Just Fly. $270. Interesting flipping kicks. Women's in a light pink. Air Max 90 at 42. And the T-Rex at 40. Free hiker. There we go. J Balvin for the win. More people finding them. $13. Looks like I found a 2X. Looks like 3 of them total. Operation Retag. Every year my goal is to make the Social Security max threshold. Don't care how I do it. There we go. Backpacks and Air Max Plus. Money sitting at every store. $14 backpacks on the Elite Pro 80 retail. Next, Joshie again. Ladies, 10.5 on some. This is a good shoe too. A little big on the size for women's. But great money on those. Oh, clean on the black Vapor Max, 40. Elite backpacks are gold. There's more of the 270s. And more 97s, $40. Interesting in the foam. Here we go. 200 retail. Fear of God on the pants. On a men's size small. $20. Crazy. These look comfy too. And then more of the cleats, easy. And there we go. At Marshall's, this time on the Ultra Boost. Don't know the price though, but complete with box. Let me see. Danny, my boy. Those are dope. Bulls hoodies. Tech fleece on the pants. Hirachi, Vapor Max, and more. KDs. All right, let me see. More 270 sneaker flip find. Oh, we also got the gray ones as well. The 97s, the Vapor Max. 29 on those, not bad. Probably just have to wait out on some of the floods, but not a bad price. Man, I remember these. These things are wild. Have you seen these in person? These like big sandal things. Slim pickings. There we go. Size 5. Jordan 1 low. 30. Easy money in the cleats. LeBron's as well. 35. Air Max Plus. There's Air Max 2017 in red, gray, black. 65. And a 70 on the 270s in a size 12. There's the Kyrie's again. It looks like another one in Kyrie's. So this was Leva. Found the Kyrie's at a size 10 at 60. And then this one, Sinister Profits. Found 3 pairs of the same one. Those sandals for the personal. There we go. Yeah, Miles killing it right now. Sneaker flip find. There's a Bulls hoodie. Danny, fire on that one. That's dope. Finals, everything. What's the price on it though, Danny? Beijing on the jacket. Try sneaker deals. I think Rashard, other ones did find this one as well. Barcelona. Crater. Cobra Kai on the champion. All right. Dapper Fanatic. Full cart. Look how many cleats he found. Wild. Throw the nice little 2017 on there. There you go, Danny. 25. J Balvin. PSG. That's a dope color too. Just sold one for 150. Cleats. Nespresso. Blazer. Yeah, Dapper. Great day. Beautiful cart by Dapper. Polo. Mendes finds. More polo jackets. These as well. I think Rashard found those as well. Oh. We're getting a little cranky. We need to end the live. Puma. See, we returned the Beijing jackets. 1 or 2 every store in Palma. PSG, money all day. There you go, Danny. That's a dope hoodie, though, too. The colors, wild. Let me see. Puma on the cleats. And, oh, Strawberry and the Crocs. And some in-store purchase from Outlet on the Steels, 43. And let's see. Sold My Soul. Heaters, Air Max 90. I've seen more of the 2090 as well. Oh, Danny got the Pumas as well. Rico, Burlington heating up. Oh, that's different. I haven't seen these in a while. Air Max 90 at 40. 2. There we go, 25. What are these doing now? This is an old school find. T-Rex at 40. And then last, Jose Hustles, not a bad deal. 80 bucks plus the 40 off. Complete with box. There we go. And a clean color too on the white and black. Yeah, old alphas. All right. That was the finds. I'm curious how next year's gonna look. I just love when January rolls around and the stores are dead. It's just like, nice. I can like take my time. I can record. I can look around. You know, have people breathing on you, lines long, kids all over the place. You don't want that. Fresh stores in January. So I am looking forward to that though. Because right now, even though I want to go out, of course, with the baby, I don't really want to go anywhere since she's really young. But man, it is wild right now. You go at night, things are destroyed. You go in the morning, and there's people already there. You go in the mid. Well, right now it's still kind of like people are already off, so it's kind of weird. Yeah, lines are killers last 2 weeks. Sourcing code 2014 Nike cleats. There go Richard. Yeah, stores empty with clearance and returns 100%. Rory Matt. So January, we gotta be ready to go. But we are done. Anything else before we go? Enjoy your holiday. Enjoy the new year. Happy New Year to you guys. And we're ready to go for 2023. We've been doing this for how many years now? And hey, if stores keep getting stuff like this, we're all for it. So I appreciate you guys spending your Wednesday hanging out on this, man, hour and a half. Baby was chilling throughout the whole thing too. Happy Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, everybody. Richard, appreciate that. Go out and get it, Rory Matt. Thank you, Jimmy. Happy holidays to all. Gotta catch them in the mornings and hope they already done the restock. There you go, DJ. Let's get it. Hit that thumbs up. Appreciate that, Slim Pickens. Glenn breastfeeding. There we go. Sourcing code D-Bay. Appreciate that. Enjoy it. And let's hit it. We'll be ready to go. January. And we're already the 21st. Getting here quick. Josh Leva, thank you. Let's see, Wiley, Luck and Three Legs, Steven. All right, guys, enjoy it. Happy New Year, happy holidays. Go out and get it, and I will see you in 2023. Take care.